Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we return with our predictions for game week 31 of the Premier League season. Getting towards the end now, and there's quite a few fixtures coming up whilst I'm away, so there may be a couple that we miss, which is slightly annoying as we've had a good track record of keeping up to date, but I think I'm going to miss maybe one or two, possibly even three whilst I am out in the States. But anyway, cracking on with today's predictions. We start off with Aston Villa against Newcastle, where I've gone for a 1-1 draw, two of the most informed sides in the league at the moment at Villa Park, so I've gone for a draw in that one, but both of them playing really well. Game 2 is Chelsea against Brighton. Obviously Lampard back in charge at Chelsea now. I've gone for a 1-0 victory. At the Bridge, I think we will be better than on the road with the atmosphere with Lampard back there now. I'm pretty sure this will be his first home game back at the Bridge, so I imagine there will be a bit of an atmosphere, but Brighton are a great side, so don't discount them, but I've gone for a 1-0 Chelsea win. I've then gone for Everton to beat Fulham at Goodison. Fulham, I think, will massively miss Mitrovic. Obviously, got that 8-game suspension. And Everton at home at Goodison is where they're going to have to start picking up points. We saw it at the end of last year with Lampard in charge, where they started winning those home games, and that's what kept them in the league. So I've gone for an Everton win there. Not sure Fulham, as I've said in the previous couple of episodes, will close the season out particularly well. We've then got another huge relegation game at the bottom between Southampton and Crystal Palace, where I've actually gone for a 1-1 draw. I think, again, Southampton, they've got to start picking up points, especially at home. Realistically, they need to win this game or they will probably go down. But I think Palace will be safe looking at their fixture list. They've got to play pretty much everyone down there, so couple more wins and they will be absolutely fine, but I've gone for a draw in that one as it's at St Mary's. I've then gone for Tottenham to beat Bournemouth by 2-0. Bournemouth is starting to show a bit of fight, but I think at home Tottenham will be able to clinch that one. Then gone for Wolves v Brentford as a 1-1 draw. Both obviously still have something to play for, with Wolves still languishing down the bottom of the table and Brentford potentially pushing for European places, but I think that'll be a 1-1 draw, another one of those where the team at the bottom desperately fighting for points. I've then gone for Manchester City to beat Leicester by 4-0. I think a lot of people will have that game as their joker. Leicester may have a new manager by then, it's in a couple of weeks' time. As of recording this, but I think Man City at home, they average like 3 or 4 goals a game, so 4-0. It should be a banker, but obviously there are really no bankers in the Premier League. Next up, the title contenders Arsenal. I've gone for them to beat West Ham by 3-0. I think West Ham are better at home, but I watched them against Newcastle the other night and they were poor, so I expect Arsenal will keep the pressure on City with a victory. They obviously play on Sunday, while City play on Saturday. Then gone for Nottingham Forest 1, Manchester United 2 as the second game of Super Sunday, and the same result in Leeds against Liverpool. Both Forest and Leeds down the bottom and need points, but I think United and Liverpool respectively will have too much for both those sides. Obviously, as I say, Man City as our joker game for this week should be a banker. We'll head over to the league standings now, as there should have been an update since the last couple of episodes where we've been doing okay, so we'll go and check out how we're getting on. So you can see the league, we're still languishing pretty poorly down in 18th place. The guy Michael, who's above me, had a really good week and topped the fixture, so he actually leapfrogged me. But you can see that there's a few teams here. We're close to kind of 14th place, which is a little bit more respectable, but yeah, I don't think we're going to get to the top 10 now. We've got a lot of people to overtake if we are to get there. But it only takes a couple of good runs towards the end of the season, and there's still about 100 fixtures still to be played in the Premier League, so still a long way to go. Here is the final fixture standings. You can see we actually had a pretty good week with 14 points in joint 5th for the fixture. There was obviously loads of games, as there was midweek ones that had been replayed, so pretty respectable 14 points. I'm pretty happy with that overall, and yeah, good to see us get some points on the board and start climbing up the table. Here is a breakdown of all of our scores. I won't go through all of them individually, but the main ones to pick out: Our Joker, Arsenal 3, Leeds 1, so close to getting that as a 6-pointer, which would have really helped. I don't think many, if any, had 3-1. Obviously, Granit Xhaka scored late on to make it 4, which was really, really infuriating. Palace scored a late winner to give us the correct score here, which quite a few people had. Crystal Palace 2, Leicester 1. And then we picked up quite a few more 1-pointers along the way, with Aston Villa beating Leicester by 2-1 to give us a 3-pointer. Leicester had a penalty ruled out correctly by VAR in the final minutes. But yeah, pretty happy with how we got on. 14 points, as I say, for the fixture is pretty decent, but it does leave us with still quite a lot of work to do, and we're just going to end up kind of finishing bottom half of mid-table and not really having anything to play for. But that will do it for this video, guys. I hope you're still enjoying the Premier League predictions video as we get towards the end of the season. It's a shame we're not right up the top where I have been for the past couple of years. I promise I'm not just making it up. I've been up there. And yeah, it's a shame we don't really have anything to play for. But we're still continuing and hoping we can move up the table. I hope to catch you in the next one, guys. Peace.